Is happening? You are listening to the Shabab webinar show on SRFM, the heart of KSA, with your host Liam Stump. And we got Carlos here in the studio talking all things leadership, management, fitness, his dreams, goals, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna put you on the spot now with some managerial or leadership type of questions. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
So, your background, obviously fitness, sales, even leadership and management before. What are 3 traits you believe to be the most important for any manager or leader?
Okay, I believe the first trait, maybe the most important, is being able to connect with your team. Like genuinely and actively being able to connect with them and find this common ground with them. Second, I believe being able to communicate with them. There are different languages, let's say, and communication pathways. So just finding the adequate with each person is definitely a good skill to have. And the third one, I believe, is being able to actually show why you're the leader, but not in the way like I'm a show off. More so like I am putting in the hard work and getting my hands dirty and everything. So you lead by example. I think these are the main traits to have to become successful as a leader or on a managerial position.
I agree. And I think there's 2 that you said there, which I talk about a lot. Whether you're a coach, whether you're a leader, manager, whatever, connection's key. If you're not connecting with people, they're never going to listen to you.
Totally.
And the other thing that you said is lead by example, right? And if I'm a big believer in this, I would not ask something of someone that I'm not already doing or willing to do myself.
Exactly.
And I'm a big believer in whether it's your business, whether it's your work, being like, hey guys, I'm already doing this. I'm asking you to do this as well. But it's like, don't expect, I think as leaders or a manager, especially if you're in a higher position or it's your company, you will be more hardworking than most of your employees.
Right.
Because you're getting more benefits, whether that be more money, more responsibilities, more growth than people below you. But set the standard. If you put the standard so high and you're doing that, you're raising everyone else with you. And I think that is so key for anyone who's a leader, a manager, or even a coach to push people to another level.
Yeah, exactly. And I also believe that, and this is for everyone out there who's in a leader position or managing position, if you actually feel and see and your goal is people underneath you to replace you, this will naturally push you to a better position, because I've experienced it in the bank. I had, I will call them bosses because they were not leaders. I had bosses that were afraid of people underneath them reaching their position, so they were like kind of like stopping them from growing and developing. Whereas when you actually have a pure intention on helping your people grow and improve and become better, this will naturally push you up, right? So don't be afraid. I mean, in my case, what would be better than guiding someone into taking my position? That means I'm doing a great job, and therefore I can aim for something else, aim for something higher maybe. So just don't be afraid about teaching everything to people. It will always pay back.
Of course. And I think there's 2 types of people. There's the people that you just said that are leaders and pushing people to be better, to then replace them and then excel. And then there's the other type of person. And if I'm honest, the lazy type of person where whenever they get a promotion, they see it as a chance to do less work and giving it to people below them. But then they live in fear that other people are going to get in their way and they're going to be demoted. And this will happen to anyone that's lazy, that wants to work less for more money, and
Exactly.
truly isn't just trying to grow and be better. Whereas when you're like yourself, that wants to grow, wants to learn, wants to be
Thank you.
better, and constantly thinking of being better,
Yeah.
then you're going to lead people to replace you because you would have replaced someone else. And that's
Exactly.
much better.
Yeah, totally. And another good thing now that you're mentioning this is, like how I believe that in order for things to be successful, in order for you to achieve your goals, your main objective or the energy that drives you through it has to be a genuine intention for improvement. Let's say now we're talking about fitness and money and everything. If your intention by coaching people is to actually change their lives, you will succeed. If you're a manager and your intention is actually to improve your environment and the people you're guiding, then you will succeed. But when you set yourself uh, to the objective of money or recognition or all these vain, let's call it vain things, you will
Materialistic things.
materialistic
Yeah.
things at the end of the day,
Yeah.
exactly, you will for sure fail because there is no pure intention,
Mm.
there is no actual drive. And even if, let's say, I will air quote it, if you succeed, actually that will be the end of it. You will say like, okay, I already reached this objective of money, or I am already recognized, and that's it. You will stop there. When whereas when your objective is improvement, there's no stopping, man.
Mm.
There's another thing I love. I will quote, what is the name of the actor that played in the Wolf of Wall Street, the one humming like,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
no, the other guy, the one that was like,
Oh, something Connolly, something Conroy, or
I just forgot the name. I
that
will
guy.
tell it
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
But yeah, that guy, I listened to one of his podcasts, and he said, always target the immortal finish line, which means
Mm.
you will never ever ever actually finish, because the end line is always alive. So
Mm.
you will have to keep going and going and going, and this will naturally lead you to becoming better and improving because you never actually finish.
That's true, and I think having that mindset is the difference between a good coach and a bad coach, especially in Saudi. Because
Oh yeah.
when people come to Saudi Arabia, people half of it is money. They come for that. They reach this status where they can buy and afford things,
Oh
and
yeah.
then they stop caring about what they do. Whereas
Exactly.
when you're passionate, you're driven, and you have a mindset of constant growth, no matter how much you earn, no matter how much you get given, there's always a next level. Like we
Exactly.
said, there's always the finish line is never going to be there. You're
No.
constantly in growth. Whereas if you're doing this for a status, for money, or for something and an outcome,
Exactly.
when that happens, you'll get bored, you don't care, and you basically give up on yourself because you've already reached it. And that's the difference between people that I believe are hardworking and not, especially in the coaching industry,
Yeah.
because if you love what you do, there's no finish line. But
Exactly.
if you don't love what you do, you're always chasing something materialistic. And then
Exactly.
eventually, you're just going to be crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the bottom line. Now remember the name of the actor is Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey. I was like,
Exactly.
Connor,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
like
feeling that.
something. And I will quote another of my idols, Ray Lewis, former linebacker of the Ravens. Okay, so I actually got to meet the guy here in Saudi.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
man, that was amazing. So he says, when you reach the top of the mountain, find a bigger mountain.
Mm,
So I mean, I didn't come this far to only come this far.
mm.
So like you said, if you love what you do, then there's no end of it. But if you chase after materialistic things, you will be a crap.
Yeah, true.
Bottom line, man. So guys, just find what you love, and just let it drive every single day of your lives.
That's true. And I think, and I've given this advice to people about finding your passion. People find it tough. And because you're got an education, whatever, if you're struggling to find your passion, the easiest and quickest way is do things that you're interested in more often, then find job opportunities or experience in those areas, and then see how you can expand on that even more. Just keep following what your gut says you find interesting, and you'll actually find a career path that you're passionate about.
Oh yeah, big time. And I believe it's. I know. I love quoting,
No,
guys,
I
but
love it. I love it
I
too.
have find a lot of wisdom in these quotes. I believe it is Confucius who
Mm,
says that when you love what you do, you will never ever work a single day of your life, right?
mm.
So, I mean, basically, if you love your work, you're getting paid to do what you love. Imagine, I mean, what's better than that, man? I
No, that's
mean,
true.
right? So, and I know that maybe sometimes what you love is on the other side of fear.
Mm,
It's normal, man. We'll all feel fear,
mm,
but don't let fear stop you, or any other thing for that matter. You know,
mm,
like outside opinions,
mm.
doubt, um, lack of resources. You will always find a way to do whatever you feel passionate about.
No, that's true, and I 100% agree. Guys, we've had such an incredible discussion. We're going to play a few tunes, and when we get back, we'll get straight back into the deepness. And Carlos, I want to hear a few more quotes when we get back. See you guys in a few.